Alright, let's rumble blue. Brown or whatever the hell it is today. I'm driving. So this is pretty cool. Kept it in my pocket all day today. You know, like I said, I mean, as much as I'd love to just... This one, you know, it goes into, like, that conversation. I'll tell them, like, I literally made a Mason's card out of it. There's just, you know, them old rips that you get off the tread line for 2 inches thick and about 1/8 of an inch, 16, you know, something like that, real thin, you know, business cards. Why? Because they're ugly, they sit on, they break, and you don't want to put them in your pocket. And you want to stick it on your desk that just kind of makes it look like, oh, you know, maybe a little ivy in the corner or something like that, real tight. Just a single pass letter. You know, you got to be able to have somebody that does that without it going, driving all over the place. So, you know, it's nice. You know, I would use what I would do, my Z coin for the ferryman, when I'm thinking about how I usually die here. SCP Foundation. It's a good one if you don't know it, because I would need to start integrating. Again, if you're into this house and you do watch this, anybody from that clique over there, this is what I do. Hi. But that's how I like to work. I don't like to talk too much, because me and that floor foundation are already done. You know, I'm thinking what were the first two inside of there, perfect footers or something like that. Then you got the circle with the line or just the line, and that might be 1 faces or 2 faces for the grade guy. And I need to know that. I need to know that at that speed coming through, because that's my dad. Put another one there. The Z-Coin. Mario. I actually have a video, Drink Your Ovaltine. Or is it Drink Your Ovaltine? Yeah, I'm up there like this about, maybe not that one, but I was talking about Z-Coin. How to process Z-Coin. Like Mario, Z-Coin. That's how you figure out the graph and schematics here. I'm doing it up for that there. And Alright. I don't know how prepared they were. They might have just thrown me in there, not expecting to play for what it is today. I mean, in terms of how many numbers could be there sitting at it, I don't know. Today was Ash. There will be others. You know, I do have a graders book, and it's my old man's from way back when. Now, I'm not doing that right now, getting my Z-Coin, but I want to know what that is, because I have to be able to adjust to it. It's always the inverted half of that rule starts to be the footers on the inch, catching for speed, stack on the 4-2. I was a little. That's when it happens. That's my dad. Those are specialty ones. You got to get the hardline gravity first, you know, and that's usually right in the safety packet. For me, I like it when they catch it on the interview. That's like, bring your boots and a steel toe, or a bar, some goggles, just in case you need it. If you bring in your own gloves, great. Do that first one for it if you got them handy. If you don't worry about it. We'll pack you up first thing in the morning. I need to know. Bing, bang, boom. Ah! Yeah. Go on.
Let's bring in our panel. Kimberly Strassel, member of the editorial board at the Wall Street Journal. Steve Hayes, editor of the Dispatch, and Harold Ford Jr., former Tennessee congressman, CEO of Empowerment and Inclusion Capital. I would venture a guess, Kimberly, you're not going to see this topic discussed.
If you can't do that in there, you're going to hit the port problem, you're going to hit supply chain problems, you're going to hit computer chip problems.
Yeah, you already see other channels
even if you didn't have nothing to do with them, where you have fuse boxes and things going off because you're running other things
without much as they predicted. But the reality is, this is kind of an important deal, because
so if you dry any of that up, great.
Let's not forget that the
DNC
and Hillary Clinton used this law firm to essentially hide the payments that they were making to Fusion GPS in this opposition research. And so what you essentially have is an indictment of an operative here of the Clinton campaign being indicted for
you're pretty good, then you get clout. One of those don't
lying to them in an effort to manipulate the FBI into investigating a rival campaign. I think if this was flipped on its head and this was Republicans who did this, it'd be front pages everywhere. But it should be treated as an important moment.
Yeah, Steve, where do we think this is going? For a lot of these investigations, there is, for people who follow it, frustration that it never ends up in anything.
What?
Is this something?
This one. This one.
Yeah, we need to know more.
Back to the business card on what it is.
It's never a good idea to lie to the FBI.
Why I can't just print those things is because I don't give it to you as a challenge coin for Solomon's seal on protection from water over
We'll see where this goes.
Black
Obviously,
magic,
his attorneys
salt
have put out a statement saying
circle,
that
summoning
this is
and
wrong,
land
that he
in
hasn't
here.
committed a crime. I'm very interested to learn to
in
see
the wave
if we
function,
see
black
from
body
John
problem.
Durham
I want to see how hard
something
you
that
kick
attempts to
out
put
here.
this
I
puzzle
don't do
piece
that on
in
a
a
stone
broader
node because
picture so
that
that we
should
can properly
be
understand it. But the story itself
energy.
is certainly not
And then
a
you
good
hit energy.
development
There would be some
the
things
Justice
about
Department
did you do it right? Come back over,
for
look in the
Michael
thing. That's
Sussman
what I
for the
need to
Clinton
know. But
campaign.
I don't fucking know.
Harold, we're told that Durham, as the way he operates, is very deliberate.
Those go on that pile,
Sometimes
these
it
go
takes
on this
time,
pile,
sometimes
bing
it
bang
takes
boom,
years.
sliding, that's your job.
That's
You're
obviously
taking
not
8 footers,
satisfying for the
9
Trump
footers,
folks
10
who wanted it
footers,
to
and
happen
those
before the
everything
election.
from scrap.
But politically, the upside for the
You get
Biden
strong.
folks, perhaps, is the Merrick Garland
you do the
Attorney
other
General
two.
is letting this go
I-
forward. It doesn't seem like they're stepping in the way of any of this.
Probably because the catch puts it one more seat back
it appears that way.
instead
Thanks
of
for having me on.
what
I
it does.
don't
And so that
disagree with anything that's been said. I don't know much that I can
right
add
alongside not
other
having
than to just
the
echo
tape measure right there for
this
rookies.
is
Not
a
the pro
serious
vet,
charge.
just nah.
I've heard those on our network a little earlier.
Kind of mess you up.
perhaps even
Now,
a few days
that's
ago,
the
said
thing,
that they
though.
didn't think
Sometimes
that
you would still
Mr.
miss it.
Durham
But,
would
as soon as I
bring
had it
just
on the
this
first
charge
day,
that he
I'm
was
trying to
probably
stretch to
angling
get
for something
that.
else.
First
But
rail
this is the
4
charge
foot,
that he has
5,
brought.
6.
We'll
Yep.
see.
The 3 and 3, but it's like 3.5 or 2.5. And
we'll let it go from there, but I would imagine.
So you get that extra 2, that's your 8 footer, then you're going to go over that, and then it's going to be 2 foot past that or something like that. So that's where the mark's got to be, not the far route. But why not? Stretch it all the way across, pull it out if you're not sure. Do the adjusted number. We do it all the time on treads and pads. Click, click, and you got the half size, half inch on what it is. Footers come on half size.
Did the President hear specifically the recommendation from the commander on the ground in Afghanistan that he feared that a full withdrawal would be devastating and should not happen?
He was provided a range of advice. It's crystal clear that 2,500 troops would not have been sustainable on the ground. It would have been either increase troops on the ground or withdraw troops on the ground. He was not going to send thousands and thousands more troops to fight a war the Afghans did not want to fight
themselves. I think I feel good about getting it, and they should have thrown me a curveball. How about that?
And from everything we're getting about General Miller, the commander on the ground, and what he recommended, and perhaps what other military advisors
soon chasing and killing getters, wherever they live. Otherwise, he was getting orders.
Yeah, I mean, the disconnect here all along is that President Biden has been blaming the military for decisions that were made there. And we're saying, hey, this was the best advice, and I was just doing what they told me to do. It's on them if it went wrong. But the reality is, and this puts it in better context, is that the president is always in charge of setting the mission.
What's out there.
And essentially what the military is saying is that within the parameters he had given us, we didn't have any choice. We had to make that there weren't any options. Now, we told him you could do it this way instead, and he said, no, that won't fit with the mission. And so that's where we got where we got. It's on Biden.
Missionary position,
get
get the camera in there.
Obviously that
like,
hearing,
what
does
the best thing? Oh, you're keeping it some fucking secret.
Mark Milley. Steve, this will be a major question, but as will, obviously, the Woodward-Costa book and all the allegations there.
I could walk into your shop.
I think we can bet on a number of questions about the Woodward-Costa book and the firestorm over the past 36 6 On this question, look, the U.S. military leadership on the ground in Afghanistan made plenty of mistakes, and I think gave plenty of bad advice. Over the years, they downplayed the existence of al-Qaeda in country. They whitewashed some of the Taliban. They did that in public settings. They did that certainly in private settings. But I think Kimberly's right.
This is ultimately
Joe Biden's call. And there were certainly intelligence assessments
that said to the president, that's what's
if
there.
you withdraw U.S. troops,
if I take
if you
both
reduce
those
the American presence on the ground in Afghanistan, it will have negative effects on what's happening there and will hurt our ability certainly to collect more intelligence. So that's on Joe Biden.